If you've tried to stick to a diet, you know the exact moment things fall apart. It's right when you find yourself measuring exactly 28 grams of almonds on a kitchen scale for the third time that day. The sheer exhaustion of manual logging kills most diets before they really start. That data entry fatigue is exactly what a new wave of AI nutrition apps tries to solve. The pitch is highly appealing. Instead of manually searching for and typing out every ingredient, you simply take a picture of your plate, and the software instantly generates a complete nutritional profile of your meal. Within seconds, the AI outputs an estimate for your total calories and divides your macros into exact grams of protein, carbohydrates, and fats. It replaces the tedious process of digging through databases, scanning complex barcodes, and dirtying measuring cups with a single tap of your camera shutter. This chart maps out our dietary tools. On the x-axis, we have daily effort, and on the y-axis, we have macro precision. Up here in the top right, manual tracking requires very high effort, but it gives you highly precise, verified data. Notice where AI photo tracking lands. The daily effort drops near zero, but precision drops into this ambiguous middle zone. When you trade the scale for a camera, you are swapping that exact measurement for an algorithmic estimation. The question we have to answer is whether the immense time you save by snapping a photo is worth the inevitable drop in caloric accuracy. To evaluate that trade-off, we need to look under the hood. We have to understand exactly how the AI processes a plate, and more importantly, what it is completely blind to. When you point your phone at your lunch, the software doesn't actually see food. It only processes digital shapes, color gradients, and spatial relationships. First, pixel recognition segments the photo into geometric zones, isolating the chicken, rice, and vegetables. Second, database matching cross-references these shapes against known foods. Third, the AI uses spatial relativity to calculate hypothetical volume. Finally, it outputs a specific calorie and macro breakdown. The inherent flaw in this logic is that the AI has to rely on perfect world averages. If it detects meat, it usually assumes a standard, lean cut because it cannot visually distinguish a low-fat preparation from a higher-fat variation. Because the math relies entirely on visual volume rather than physical mass, the resulting numbers are highly educated guesses rather than scientific facts. This reliance on visual volume becomes a massive problem when you step outside your own kitchen. If you eat at a restaurant, the preparation methods and cooking processes are entirely hidden from you, which means they are hidden from the camera. This introduces invisible calories, dense caloric additions that alter the nutritional profile of the food without changing its visual footprint. The primary offenders are heavy cooking oils, hidden melted butter, and dense sugar glazes. In this matrix, the left shows what the AI sees, base ingredients with low calories, but olive oil absorbs without increasing visual size. The right reveals what's missed. Hidden fats spin the true counter 300 calories higher. For anyone on a strict diet, this is a serious consequence. Missing a few tablespoons of oil can easily wipe out your entire daily caloric deficit, stalling your weight loss progress completely. A camera lens cannot detect the chemical makeup of what it sees. You have to accept an accuracy tax anytime you rely on a photo instead of a physical scale. While they struggle with exact math, these tools excel as daily habit builders. The AI uses its rough estimations to instantly detect broader dietary imbalances. It immediately flags when a meal is excessively high in carbs, but severely lacking in protein. Using that scanned photo, the app shifts from passive tracking to proactive coaching, generating automated recommendations for healthier alternatives. It nudges you with concrete suggestions, choosing smaller portion sizes, swapping out sugary sauces, or adding lean protein. For most people, grasping that basic portion awareness is far more critical for long-term health than agonizing over exact gram weight measurements. Consistent photo feedback helps build a sustainable visual intuition about what a healthy plate should actually look like, rather than relying on short-term counting. The AI operates as a behavioral compass. It may not pinpoint your exact location on the mathematical map, but it perfectly points you in the right direction. Making your final decision on whether to trust the camera comes down to your personal health goals and your acceptable margin of error. As we've established, the unbreakable rule of these apps is that visual estimation will always sacrifice exact precision for speed. This scorecard breaks down the verdict. Looking at the avoid if column, the first group that must absolutely bypass this tool are medical dieters. Managing conditions like severe diabetes requires exact, verified macronutrient data. Guessing is not an option here, and consulting a certified nutrition professional is non-negotiable. The second group that should stick to the food scale are physique optimizers. If you rely on precise tracking for bodybuilding phases, that camera blind spot for hidden cooking oils will ruin your strict margins. But look at the perfect for column, and you find the exact demographic this technology was built for: the time-poor casual tracker. This is someone who genuinely wants to improve their diet, but consistently quits traditional tracking apps after a few days because barcode scanning and weighing ingredients is just too frustrating. For the casual user, accepting a 10% loss in mathematical accuracy is a very cheap price to pay for 100% gain in tracking consistency. An imperfect tracking tool that you use every single day provides far more value than a perfect mathematical system that you abandon after a week.